Hey guys, my name is Miss Cause because that's what my students call me. Today I tried a little something new that I wanted to share with you guys. I found it very effective for my class. I do work in a district where a lot of the students can struggle a little bit more. Last year I taught the certain math concepts that have been tried and true, but they struggled with a little bit. So this year I wanted to do something slightly different. I like to think of new things that get the student engaged and make the lesson a little more rigorous once they get into it. So we've learned place value. It's still very early in the year. And what I did next was we were supposed to be learning about rounding or estimation. The students were struggling with the traditional rounding wrap, which is always fantastic. So I wanted to try something a little bit different. I woke up this morning and I was asking myself what all students are interested in, at least in my district. And a lot of our students are interested in zombies, video games. So what I did was I tried to turn my rounding lesson into a video game, something that would engage them and captivate them enough to listen and learn from the lesson. Our math is at the end of the day, it's always very hard to keep the students engaged. So I thought of something this morning and I decided to activate that this afternoon in my math lesson. And I call it the Zombie Roundup. A lot of my students know about zombies more than me. So I am going to show you how to do that. You're welcome to like or dislike it. It doesn't matter. It worked wonderfully for my class. I think by the end of the lesson I had about 95% of my students understanding rounding in just today. So, what I taught them, and forgive me if it's not perfect, I've never made a video before, and I also have to write backwards on this video with my camera. So, it's called Zombie Roundup, and let's start with the tens. I asked my students to forget everything that they knew about rounding, everything I had been trying to teach them for a few days. The rounding wrap, rounding on a number line, which is pretty easy. They can see the dot and they can move it where it goes. I said, I'm going to give you a number. So I wrote the number 86. Okay. I said, where's your tens place? They said 8, Miss Cause. So I circled 8. I said, I want you to think about that as your home base. Okay. The 8 is now home base. And I want you to think about the number 6, the number right next to home base, as the zombies. Okay? Your zombies are always going to be right next to your home base, no matter how big a number you get. Okay? If they know their place value, they can find their home base, they can find their zombies, they can round. So, I said there's a few rules about a rounding with your home base. I said, if there are 5 or more zombies, you have to attack. If there are 4 or less, you're going to run away. So I said, are we going to attack or are we going to run? They said, we're going to attack. Yes, because there are 5 or more. So that means our home base gains 1 point because we attacked. And the way I described this turning into a 0 was, you attacked. The zombies are gone now. So our 86 turns into 8 plus 1 is 9. And we got rid of all our zombies. That turns into a 0. Okay? 90. Now, when you're teaching the opposite direction, so you're still teaching tens, but you have less than 4 zombies, 4 or less, I said, let's look at it again. Sorry, remember, I'm trying to draw this backwards. 83. Where's your home base? We're rounding to tens. They said 8. Circle it. All right. How many zombies do we have? Well, we have 3. But if it's 4 or less, we run away. So, our home base gains no points for running away. It stays the same. But, since we ran away, we got away clean, there are still no zombies. 0. Okay? So this is how I taught them to round up or down. Now, if you're rounding to hundreds, you have an extra number in there. I have a way to explain that too. So I told my students after we practiced several of those problems, attack or run, we're going to try running to hundreds now. Of course, I had plenty of groans. So I said, okay, we are going to try the same thing with our hundreds. I said, okay, so the zombies have increased. They found out where we were, and there are a lot more zombies now. We have to move our home base. So that's how you explain having to move your place value from the tens to the hundreds. So now our home base is here. Now remember, the home base and the zombies are right next to each other. Always, always. The zombies always are right next to your home base because they're trying to get you. So, same thing. 183. Where's your home base? 1. Hundreds. Where are your zombies in your tens place? 8. Okay? 5 or bigger, you attack. 4 or less, you run away. What is it? Are you going to attack or run? And they said, we're going to attack. So, your home base earns 1 point. 1 plus 1 is 2. And you got rid of all the zombies. 0 zombies. Now you have to worry about this little guy right here. The way I explained that was, we had more than 1 people in our party, okay? We had several people trying to protect our home base, but these guys got really scared. They ran away. We don't have any more of them left, okay? So that's how I explained that extra number to try and get them to turn to zeros. And at first, they did. They tried to bring that 3 down, but I made it really interactive, and I was like, no, you can't. They ran away. They were scared. They deserted you. They abandoned you. They're gone. You're the only one left to defend against the zombies. So, there's 0 people left, excuse me, to defend against the zombies. Same thing when you are going up or down, okay? So, let's say you had 138, okay? Still rounding to those hundreds. Where's your home base? 1. How many zombies do you have? 3. How many people have abandoned you because they were too scared of the zombies? 8. Okay, so you have 3 zombies. Are you going to attack or are you going to run away? We're going to run away, okay? Because you ran away, your home base earns no points. It stays the same. But because you ran away, all the zombies are gone for now. And those people left you to defend yourself against the zombies by yourself. So there are none of those either. 100. Alright. I have one more thing to explain because as you know, we don't just round to hundreds or tens. We do, but there might be some numbers in front of that from time to time. So, last example, and then I'll show you my anchor. 1,138. Okay, this is how I explain those extra numbers in front. Because after this, I actually turned it into a game to check for comprehension and see which students got the concept, which ones could really round after this, which was wonderful. I had group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4 trying to survive the zombie apocalypse. And one of my groups only did this. They said, here's my home base. We were rounding to hundreds. Here's my number of zombies. And here's the number of people who have deserted me. Okay? I said, what's that number round to? They said, well, my home base stays the same because there are 4 or less zombies. But I ran away, so they're still gone. These are the number of people who abandoned me to defend myself against the zombies on my own. So they're gone. But they forgot about this guy right here. So the way I explained that was, this guy is the friend that didn't leave. Don't leave your friends behind. This is the one that did not desert you, so don't deserve him. Bring him down. Okay? So that's the way I explained it to my class. We turned it to a game right afterwards. And then, when it was time for me to give them their own independent practice, they were able to survive the zombie outbreak. And they did fantastically. I made an anchor chart. Now, it doesn't have to be as detailed as mine. Obviously, you can do whatever you want, whether you decide to use this method or not. I just wanted to share. You can print out a picture of a zombie and stick it on there. If you're a little bit artsy, you can put your own zombie on there. This is mine, and it'll be a little hard to read because I did not draw it backwards. But, again, I call it Zombie Roundup. Follow these steps to survive rounding. So, here's our 10s. Step 1 to survive, you have to find your home base. Step 2, how many zombies are next to the home base? Remember, your zombies are always right next to your home base. 3, if there's 5 or more zombies, you attack. Home base gains 1 point, zombies gain 0 because you got rid of them. Okay, that's how you get that 0 on the end of their numbers. Step 4, if there are 4 or less, don't waste your resources. You save them and you run away. So, your home base stays the same, no points, but the zombies are still a 0 because you run away. So, my example here is 86, just like I showed you. 8 is my home base, 6 is my number of zombies, and my home base gains a point because this is 5 or bigger. We had to attack them, so we gained a point, which turns into 90. You can also do whatever you want for your anchor chart. I'm going to change this one because I had a little oopsie there. As easy or as complex as your students need to be, if you have them write in math journals, have them copy it in their math journal. And here's my hundreds. Home base moves because the number of zombies has increased. So my example is 184. 1 is my home base. 8 is the number of zombies. And 4 is the number of fellow survivors who ran away. They were too scared. They abandoned me. So, that's how you explain both of these turning into zeros. And since you earned a point because you attacked, it goes to 200. I also drew a little zombie guy in here. Perfect. He loves math. So, again, here's a little bit better shot of it. That is my anchor chart. It's not perfect. Neither this video, but I hope that you will use it or at least try it and you can tweak it. Maybe it's not zombies. Maybe it's something else that you can explain with your students. But if it helps them learn to round, that is a fundamental thing in math that they have to learn, at least in 3rd grade, to progress. And I hope that you will find it useful. If not, keep doing that rounding rap because it's always awesome. Thanks.